Clock is still running. So it'll be second down. Around 5 to go. They're going to place the ball just outside the 6. Mike Burkich in on that last tackle for Oregon. And the Bruins have to get out of their huddle in a hurry. Doki Williams near side. 15 seconds. Ramsey rolling to the left. Tom will keep the football and goes out of bounds with 10 seconds. The clock goes to 9 seconds as Ramsey goes out on the 4-yard line. Run out of bounds by Chris Cosgrove.
Well, we get a chance to see him roll out here one more time. And like we say, the reason that you want to roll out is that it's going to get the ball the outside and it'll put pressure on the perimeter. If the cornerbacks or the perimeter come up on the quarterback, throw the football. If they don't, then run it in the end zone.
Not too often is it the job of Freeman McNeil to block, but he threw a pretty good block on that particular run to the quarterback, Ramsey.
He's a good athlete. He can do a lot of things.
9 seconds remaining. Ball down at the 4-yard line and flags all over the place. Penalty will be against the Bruins. I believe it'll be a delay of game penalty. We will wait and see. It is delay of game against UCLA. So now the ball's out at the 9-yard line. Third down and 8 yards to go for a first down. Which is really immaterial because they're going to have time for a play or two at the most. Ramsey back to throw, looking, and intercepted by Volbora. He has run out of bounds at the 10, so Ramsey's intercepted by Andy Volbora, the right linebacker, and 2 seconds remain in this half.
Steve, as we take another look at it, I think you're going to find right here case of inexperience. There are too many green jerseys around there. That's trying to force it. There are 3 of them that have got JoJo Townsend completely covered. Throw the ball out, go for the field goal. You don't want an interception. That's called forcing the ball into that area.
So Oregon has the football. Durando in doing the quarterbacking. And he hands off to Jeff Wood, the big fullback. Duck lost his helmet as the helmet popped off one of the linemen, Jeff Kubitz. And the half comes to a close with a score. UCLA 21, Oregon nothing. We'll be back with a look at the halftime statistics after these messages. Are the halftime statistics with UCLA leading 21-0. First downs, the Bruins 15. The Ducks failed to get a first down. In rushing yardage, 221 yards for UCLA, only 35 for Oregon. Passing yardage, 27 for UCLA, 11 for Oregon. Pass completions, Ramsey is 2 out of 3 with 1 interception. And the Bruins, impressive in the first half, getting out to the 21-0 lead, Ron Fairley.
You talk about dominating another football team. UCLA
1, Oregon nothing. We'll be back with a look at the halftime statistics after these messages. Are the halftime statistics with UCLA leading 21-0. First downs, the Bruins 15. The Ducks failed to get a first down. In rushing yardage, 221 yards for UCLA, only 35 for Oregon. Passing yardage, 27 for UCLA, 11 for Oregon. Pass completions, Ramsey is 2 out of 3 with 1 interception. And the Bruins, impressive in the first half, getting out to the 21-0 lead, Ron Fairley.
You talk about dominating another football team. UCLA has done exactly that over Oregon. One thing here that just sticks out at me that's so impressive. UCLA has run 50 plays from the line of scrimmage. Oregon has only run 12 plays. They don't even have a first down.
And Freeman McNeil, another big day, has rushed already for over 100 yards, 109 for Freeman in 25 carries. We'll be back with the third quarter kickoff. UCLA leading Oregon 21-0 after these messages. For the kickoff, Pat English, number 4, to kick off. He will kick toward the south goal. And the Bruins have JoJo Townsend and Lupe Sanchez back deep. Sanchez, 21, the near side. Townsend, number 26, the far side. Started raining here late in halftime, and the umbrellas are out.
Pat English will kick off for the Ducks.
They're waiting for the clock to run down. It's showing 9 seconds, so they can reset it at 15 minutes for the start of the quarter. And now the clock shows 15 minutes, and English will kick off for the Ducks. The kick end over end. Townsell comes racing out, makes the reception at the 14-yard line over the 20. JoJo to the 26-yard line before being brought down. And covering on the play, Walter made the tackle. There's a flag dropped on the play.
They're going to march that off against UCLA, Steve.
So a penalty against the Bruins on the kickoff return. Was not that deep of a punt by English, and Townsell got them in decent field position, but then there was the infraction, holding on UCLA. This telecast is intended for the exclusive use of Golden West Broadcasters and its viewers and cannot be reproduced or telecast without the express written consent of Golden West Broadcasters. High formation, Ramsey giving to Freeman McNeil, who tries right tackle out to about the 18-yard line.
To the 18.
That'll bring up second down for the Bruins. And about 5 yards to go. A pickup of 5 for Freeman McNeil, who's now rushed for 114 yards in the game.
And I'm continually amazed. It doesn't look like he gains any yards at all. The next thing you know, it's 5.
Danny Lay is the fullback. McNeil the tailback. Dokie Williams near side. Townsell far side, the wide receivers. Reitman is the tight end. Freshman Tom Ramsey has protection. Now can't find anybody open. Will run the football and is tripped up. A loss of a couple of yards maybe on the play. Got him around the 17-yard line as Terry Neon, the right end, made the tackle for the Ducks.
Well, he was given enough time to throw the football. He was given 7 or 8 seconds to get rid of that ball. Couldn't find anybody open. That meant all the receivers had to have been covered, or if there was someone open, he couldn't find them.
Third down, 6 yards to go. A loss of a yard by Ramsey on the last play. Line of scrimmage is the 15-yard line. And Tommy rolling left and looking in front for Curran. Willie makes the grab at the 22-yard line and is shoved out of bounds by Jerome Covington, the left cornerback, number 42. He is right at the first down marker.
Roll out to his left, excuse me, throw to his left, and that's just enough for a first down. That's very, very wise decision that the receiver made on that. He got down just far enough to make sure he had the first down if he completes the pass.
Curran had it gauged and is congratulated over on the sidelines by his teammates. So the Bruins with 16 first downs. Dokie Williams far side. JoJo Townsell near side. They hand off to McNeil. McNeil cuts back inside a block. A flag dropped on the play as McNeil is brought down at the 35-yard line. Mike Nolan, number 43, and Jerome Covington, 42, made the tackle for Oregon. It'll be a penalty against the Bruins.
Donahue on the near sidelines, Steve, a little bit upset with that last call. That flag went down a little bit late. As you can plainly see, once again, that big, big hole that Freeman McNeil has to run through again.
Well, the Bruins, another holding penalty. Twice they've been called for holding on this series of downs, starting with the kickoff.
First down 20 at the UCLA 14.
We had a total of 6 penalties in the first half, 4 against UCLA. The handoff to the fullback, Danny Lay. Got a couple of yards. It'll be second down and about 18 yards to go. Vibora and Ed Haggerty make the tackle. Now Danny Lay comes out and Toa Sapali is in at fullback for the Bruins. Dokie Williams far side, JoJo Townsell near side. Ramsey with the handoff to McNeil, and McNeil is brought down just over the 20-yard line. A lot of green jerseys there covering on the play. Honeycutt, number 53, made the initial contact. 12 minutes, 13 seconds left in the third quarter, with the Bruins leading by a score of 21-0. Third down and 12 yards to go. Now they've got Willie Curran out to the right. On a draw, McNeil goes over the 25, keeps his balance, and out to the 33-yard line before he is brought down. And Freeman may have a first down.
Watch the balance of Freeman McNeil. Here we are. Draw to Freeman McNeil. He's hit a couple of times. He should have gone down right there. Look at this. He grinds out an extra 5 yards out of that whole play. Boy, what balance he has.
So we have the measurement, and the Bruins come up a little less than a foot short.
Short by a foot.
I'll stand corrected. The public address announcer informs this near capacity crowd at Autzen Stadium that he is a foot short of the first down.
There's no reason at this particular point in the game for Terry Donahue to gamble and go for it. Their defensive unit has completely shut down Oregon's offense. They held onto the ball for about 4 or 5 minutes. Now they're going to have to give it up.
Matt McFarland is in to do the punting for UCLA. Back in single safety for the University of Oregon at the 29-yard line is Rock Richmond. Only the second time McFarland has had to punt in the game. Here's the snap. McFarland gets the punt off. High, spiraling punt. A fair catch called for by Richmond, and he makes the catch at the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Oregon from their 26. There is timeout with 11:34 remaining in the third quarter, and the score, UCLA 21, Oregon. Chandler, Ron Fairley back in Eugene. Durando, the second-string quarterback, trying to ignite some offense, starts out this third quarter and hands straight ahead to Reggie Young. Is brought down by Art Akers. A gain on the play of around 4 yards. Mark Tuine was there to make the tackle for UCLA.
And it's starting to get a little dark here in Eugene. They've got the lights on, and it's getting a little bit cooler.
A little wet, too. And those that brought the umbrellas are quite happy that they did at this point. The pitch goes to the tailback, Young, Reggie Young, brought down at about the 31-yard line over on the far side of the field as he tried to go to the wide side. Martin Moss is there to make the tackle.
Martin Moss on the stop for UCLA. 3rd down 4.
Somewhere along the line, Oregon's going to have to open up and throw the football, because it's for sure they're not going to be able to run it very well against that UCLA defense today.
They have not been able to do it thus far. So Brooks goes with Durando rather than Ogburn, who was his starter and couldn't get the running game going. A long count. Tim Durando now pitches, and a loose football recovered by Avon Riley. Avon Riley comes up with the fumble on the pitch. Wait a minute, now they have ruled it incompleted forward pass.
A little bit of a razzle-dazzle that you're going to see from Oregon. Now they're going to have to give up the ball. They still don't have a first down.
Kenny Easley back in single safety. Kenny standing at the 29-yard line. Mike Babb to do the punting. UCLA will rush 9 men. Now they drop 2 men, peel 2 men off. And the punt, Easley will take it at the 29-yard line. Kenny looks for a block over the 40-yard line, hit, and brings the ball to the 47-yard line before he is brought down. So Kenny Easley with the return. Vince Williams on the special teams. The second-string fullback was there to bring him down. He got help on the play from Hoganson.
And I think Kenny Easley got shaken up a little bit there. He's holding an ankle, limping off the field. I hope it's an ankle and not a knee.
Willie Curran to the right side. JoJo Townsville to the left. The handoff to McNeil, and Freeman spins over the 50-yard line to the 49. There, Chris Cosgrove, number 66, brings him down. And Freeman giving some appreciative pats to those offensive linemen who've done quite a job for him thus far today.
It's amazing, as to how large of holes that Freeman has to run through. He can run off guard, tackle, or even the end sometimes. The hole is almost that large.
There's the handoff to McNeil, and McNeil brought down at the 45-yard line. Freeman gets about 3. He's going to be short of the first down by a little more than a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Rain really coming down hard now.
Third down 2.
JoJo Townsend comes out of the lineup for UCLA. Scott Teasing, seldom used this year, is wide to the left. Okie Williams to the right. Saipali and McNeil, the running backs. The pitch goes to McNeil. McNeil looks for the block, manages to turn the corner, tried to cut back inside, and just finally went head-on-head with the defender, bowled into him, brought down by number 28, Steve Brown. He thought he was a little bit bigger than Brown and was going to try to run over him.
Well, with Freeman's size, his strength, when he's going to go head-on with Steve Brown, Steve Brown's going to lose.
He's got him by about 30 pounds. Raining harder here at Autzen Stadium. Hand off to McNeil. McNeil off tackle, spinning off a block, and goes down to the 32. He spun right off one tackler.
Another good run by Freeman McNeil. Gillette Track 2. To guys who use the twin blade Gillette Track 2, no other blade will do.
Covington comes up to make the stop. They had a shot at him as Dwight Ford had his hands on him, 57, and couldn't hold him. Finally, Terry Dion helped seal him, number 92. It is a 1st and 10 for McNeil and the Bruins. This is the 3rd possession of the quarter. 2nd for UCLA, and Oregon had the ball for a short series. The handoff to Sapali, and Toa down to the 26-yard line before he's brought down. Caught from behind by Mike Nolan, the free safety.
Go, guys.
As you indicated, Ron, not a lot of razzle-dazzle. It's just the power running game at UCLA, and they've got the blocking up front to make it work.
Basic fundamentals. We're not going to finesse you. We're not going to fool you. We're just going to come at you with good, hard, basic football.
Long count, and Ramsey's handoff goes to McNeil, and he is hit and brought down. Good play made by Honeycutt, number 53. And a flag was dropped holding against UCLA, the 3rd holding penalty of this quarter.
Well, let's watch the middle linebacker here, Chris Cosgrove. He fights off one block right here. He fights off the center, Brent Boyd, and then he gets part of the tackle here. But then here you are, UCLA right now, their own worst enemy. Penalties.
3 holding penalties in this period against the Bruins. UCLA penalized 40 yards, or rather 20 yards in the first half. The penalty puts the ball back. The Oregon 41-yard line. And the rain has driven some of the fans out of the stadium. Tom Ramsey hands off to Toa Sapali, over tackle, keeps driving, and got down to about the 37, a gain of 4 on the play. So that'll make it 2nd down and 21 yards to go. Scott Teasing now on the lineup for UCLA. He's a Portland, Oregon product. He and Scott Stoke, another Oregon product here, playing defensively for UCLA. Here's the handoff, fumbled by McNeil, recovered by Ramsey. Tom Ramsey comes up with a fumble recovery.
Loss of 4, 3rd down 25.
A loss of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 25 yards to go for the Bruins.
Put it up. Let's go. Throw it downfield. Let's see if we can get a 1st down or a score.
Teasing the near side. Kerr on the far side. It's the draw to McNeil. And he is tripped up and goes down at the 35-yard line. This one man tripped him up as Dwight Ford got a hand on him. McNeil couldn't regain his balance. We'll see it again.
Well, a little draw play to the tailback, Freeman McNeil. Gets by. If he gets by that tackler right there, I think he probably could have gained another 10 yards maybe 15, but I think he still would have been short of the 1st down.
It was Cosgrove that tripped him up, and Ford sealed him. 4th down, 18 yards to go. And the punt from Matt McFarland, who is standing back at his 49-yard line. Here's the boot. Fair catch called for, and the ball will hit in the end zone. Come on out to the 20-yard line. So the Ducks will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. 5 minutes and 58 seconds remaining in the third quarter at Autzen Stadium. The score, UCLA 21, Oregon nothing. Steve Shannon, Ron Fairley back at Oregon. Durando in doing the quarterbacking, keeps and pitches to Young. Reggie Young out to the 30-yard line. May have a first down. Reggie Young, the sophomore. Ron Fairley thinks that he came up short.
The reason I say that because I took a look at where the official had his foot marked, and it was short of the 30-yard line. But that's their biggest gainer today.
So Oregon without a first down, and we have 5 minutes, 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll have a free down here to throw the ball and go for the bomb with just inches to go for a first down. Instead, they draw to Young, and he gets the first down, in the crowd now applauding the Ducks as they get their first down of the afternoon. Reggie Young, the ball carrier.
Whenever you can hold a team of the caliber of Oregon to one first down, no first downs in the first half, and by the time they get their first down is in the third quarter, you have done a tremendous job.
Young was spinning, and Art Akers sort of clubbed him down and got him with one of those big hands and is responsible for the tackle.
Oregon needs a score in this drive. They need something going here.
The handoff goes to Williams. Vince Williams brings the ball out to the 43. Williams tackled by Chris Elias. Elias, along with Martin Moss, in on that UCLA line. Mark Tuine, Sanchez, Easley, Baggett, and Sullivan. The deep men, the linebackers, Akers and Riley. Stoke and Elias, the outside linebackers, and the handoff goes to Reggie Young over the 45, and Young has a first down. Chris Elias again on the tackle. Tuine also helped out, and the UCLA player is hurt. It appears to be Martin Moss. Martin Moss, number 55.
Take a look right here. Good acceleration by Reggie Young, and he gets enough for the first down. I couldn't quite see where Martin may have been shaken up in the play.
Well, there is time out on the field with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. Harry Billups has come in, replacing Reggie Young. You know, a perfect time to enjoy the smooth taste of Budweiser is on weekends. While you're doing your weekend chores or just relaxing, team up with the king of beers. So Moss off the field. Durando goes back to throw and instead misses out on the flat. He had Harry Billups wide open, and downfield he had a man wide open at the 20-yard line. Kurt Jackson. Moss still being attended to on the UCLA sideline. Second down, 10 yards to go. Tim Durando, a senior, quarterbacking the club with Vince Williams in the backfield along with Harry Billups. Jackson is in the slot and going back to throw Durando, and just completely overthrows his intended receiver. Greg Hoganson. Hoganson comes back to the huddle. Gibbs over, or rather Baggett over covering on the play. Now Scott Stoke comes out of the Bruin lineup. Third down and 10 yards to go. Larry Hall has replaced him in a linebacking position. Third down and 10 yards to go. Durando hands off to Billups, number 5. Billups is hit and down at the 49-yard line. Mike Jolly, Kenny Easley combined on the tackle. Jolly's in there for the injured Martin Moss. Jolly out of Portland, a freshman, getting play before the home folks.
And Mark Tuine missed Billups right there at the line of scrimmage. A little bit upset with himself. Had a shot at him. but still they managed to contain him.
Mike Babb to punt, standing back at his 35-yard line with Ken Easley in single safety for the Bruins. 3:17 left in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Gets off a high, beautiful punt. Easley calling fair catch, and the ball hits all the way down in the end zone. And a good deke by Kenny Easley. A 51-yard punt by Babb. There is timeout with 3 minutes, 8 seconds left in the third quarter from Eugene, Oregon. The score, UCLA 21, Oregon nothing.
You've been wondering where National Lumbers are located, so...
We're still not going to tell you.
National Lumbers in Bellflower, Carson, La Mirada, Hudson Beach, Southgate, Torrance, Long Beach, Garden Grove, El Toro, and soon in Diamond Bar.
Okay, Shorty, where's the special?
Gets right down into every crevice. Zonulite Epoxy Rust-Made Spray, the 13-ounce can for only $177 at National Lumber.
It's the good stuff at the right price. National Lumber.
Steve Shannon, Ron Farley from Eugene, Oregon. Here's the handoff that goes to the tailback, Freeman McNeil. And McNeil is brought down at the 22. It looked like he was going to lose yardage, Ron, but as you say, he always manages to pick up a couple.
That's called second effort. Up, and then he's got a little bit of trouble with his leg here. Looks like he may have a cramp. Cramp in the back of his right leg. But you're right, Freeman McNeil has such good balance and is so strong. It is very, very tough to bring that man down, even though you may hit him solidly. He does not go off his feet. That's a bad feeling to stand there and having that muscle cramp up on you. You feel very helpless about that.
3 men attending to him. Ball at the 22-yard line. Second down, 8 yards to go. Next week it'll be back at the Coliseum as the USC Trojans play host to the Bruins. Ohio State has already won the Rose Bowl spot, winning today over Michigan. And the Trojans need a victory over UCLA, or at least a tie to go be the opponent of Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. And of course, when the Bruins and Trojans get together, it's always a dandy. Anthony Egger is in the tailback position, replacing Freeman McNeil. Tom Ramsey looking out to the right, pass off Willie Curran's fingertips. Incomplete. Curran was covered by Joe Figures on the play, and also Rock Richmond.
Get another look at it, this time down at ground level. You can see Ramsey rolling out to his right, throwing right. A little bit tough to hang on to that ball because of the fact that it is wet on the field. And sometimes a wet football, Steve, is impossible to catch.
Ramsey on the draw to Edgar, finds some running room and slipped and fell. Just as he had broken to the outside, as you saw, he went down at the 27, 28-yard line. He just went out from underneath him.
Good call by Ramsey. A passing situation, a draw to the tailback. Anthony Edgar cuts to the outside. Right there, he is by that linebacker. All he had to do is to go ahead and make it a little bit smoother cut. He tried to cut just a little too sharp, and his feet went out from underneath him.
He comes up 2 yards short. McFarland in the punt. Good rush put on him, and he gets off a short punt. Fair catch is called for and made at the 43-yard line by Richmond. So it'll be 1st and 10, Oregon, with the best field position the Ducks have enjoyed today. 1:51 left in the third quarter of play. UCLA women's basketball season tickets are still available for 15 home games, including the Russian Olympic team, Tennessee, and Old Dominion. Just phone UCLA 101 for information. Tim Durando, the senior quarterback. Split backfield. Fake to Williams, and Durando has plenty of time now, couldn't find anybody, gets a block, still with time, and pass is incomplete. He had a man open on the play, Kurt Jackson, the junior flanker. Just couldn't hang on to the football. Kenny Easley over covering for the Bruins.
As a matter of fact, Steve, when he went back to pass originally, Jackson was wide open right here. As he's going back, a little play action fake. Now as he's looking downfield right there, Jackson is wide open over the middle, and he doesn't see him.
Jackson goes in motion, goes back to the right. Two wide receivers. The handoff to Vince Williams. And the fullback is pushed all the way back to the 40-yard line. Scott Stolt from Grants Pass, Oregon, making the tackle.
And you recall what we said earlier in the game. Oregon is not a good catch-up football team. They're having a rough time completing a pass, and they're not grinding it out on the ground.
Picked up just 2 first downs. Three-man rush by UCLA. Leggins now in the game for the Bruins. The pass is completed. And quickly a tackle made by Lupe Sanchez along with Bobby Leggins as Greg Mosier made the reception. So the Bruin defense holds again and easily drops back to receive the punt from Mike Babb.
As we said, the kind of passes that they're going to throw, they don't go for the bomb very often, maybe 2 or 3 times a game, or your quick out patterns. Sanchez knows that, played it well, no gain.
There's the snap, and Babb gets off the punt. It is taken back at the 12-yard line, easily going outside, and Kenny run out of bounds up around the 24. Steve Brown ran him out. And it was not Babb that did the punting. We got a new punter in the ball game. Arsa. Ball at the 21-yard line. Dokie Williams is split out to the left. Anthony Edgar, the tailback. McNeil still out with that cramp, and Anthony takes the football, goes over.